Now, for example, using this tiny vision is really cool. I can go here. Now press one button. Quarter note, triplet. Eighth note triplet. 16th notes. There's a chord now. 16th note triplets. 32nd notes. 32nd note triplets. That's how it works. Next we have our transport section. Here we can go back, forward, stop, play. I'm going to press play. I got a sequence in my Reasons program, and I'm already set for Reasons here in my preset, and I'll press play. I can play my song from the top. I can stop it. I can play from where I left off at. Stop it again. I can move back 1 bar, 2 bars, play it again. Stop it. I can hold this down and go all the way to the top again. Stop it. Now, if I got a sequence and I want to record something, I can press record right here, and I'm ready to record on that track. And I'm recording. I'll press stop. I can play a part. I can go record. Press stop. Rewind. This is our transport section. Really cool, easy to work. Tap tempo. We can tap a tempo out. And it'll blink according to the tap, or fast. And you can blink, see that? We can set this tempo by just tapping it. Pads, a classic MPC thing, or an MPK actually, from AKAI. We can hit these pads and they can control something. Now, if I'm set there for a parameter like, let's say, that little keyboard sound, I control keyboards, drums or whatever. And these pads are just like MPC pads. You can hit them and they can take a good beating. Love these pads, they're always cool. So next, I want to show you the pad bank keys. Now I've got bank A, we got bank B, we got bank C, and bank D. So, if we got some sounds on those banks, we got our pads, we can access a lot of sounds. So that's 16 times 4. We got ourselves 64 different locations for, let's say, a drum sample or anything else. That's kind of cool. See your pads, got your banks. Next I want to show you we got full level. I got full level right here. So my full level, it gives me full level. Let's check that out. Well, next we're going to do our full level here. This is our full level. This is our full level, maximum velocity, full level of that particular sound. If I hit it there, that's what I'm going to have. Full level. Next, we've got our 16 levels button. Now, what happens here in 16 levels is that the last button or the last pad I hit, last sound I hit there, and then I activate that button, that sound will be held in the memory, and these pads here will then set the level of each hit on the pad. From 7 to 15 to 23 to 31, all the way up to the maximum level 127. So, when I press the 16 levels button, let's say for example, I got this here, the snare drum. I'll press this button, and now, see that? It's on all the pads. I can stop that. I want that. See that? And what this allows us to do is the pads will now output the same note number and pressure controller as the initial pad. But the velocity is fixed at the value shown in the diagram. Let's see, check out your book for your MPK, whether it's a 61 or MPK 81, and it's page 5. And you see how the values are set for these pads. Now I've got the note repeat button right here. Let's take the 16 levels off. Here's our note repeat button. Hit that little light goes on. Now holding this button while striking the pad causes the pad to re-trigger. Now here we go. And this is all based on our time division. Remember those time division lights I showed you before? We've got the time division set for quarter notes or eighth notes. I'll set it for eighth notes and hold the pad down. See that? And so it's set according to whatever our time division is set when we hold the pad down. And this will cause it to repeat or re-trigger. We also have our split button. Now my split button is right over here. I press that button, it lights up. It's cool to have a lit button. Now the button divides the keyboard into left and right sections, A and B respectively, okay? So this is allowing you to control 2 different sets of sounds simultaneously when that button is activated. Now the tip to this thing is that you can set the dividing point, let's say, of the keyboard by simply holding down the split button and pressing the desired key on the keyboard. So for example, I want to split here. I'll press this button down and I want to split from here right here over. So I can split my sounds up on the keyboard if I want to. Let's say, for example, I had a bass over here, I want to have keys over here. That's a split keyboard. The next feature I want to talk about is our Arpeggiator button, which is right over here. Okay, when it's not lit, I can play a chord. That chord plays right there. Right now, put the Arpeggiator button on and watch this. It's the quarter notes. That works with my time division buttons, which is right over here. So you can see right there my time division. And what I'll do is I can set it to here and I can go. I'll do this even. And that's how it works. Along with the time division button, our arpeggiator can set the speed, we'll say, or the quantized value of the notes that are struck on the keyboard. And it works for the keyboard only. And its tempo is set by the internal clock within, let's say, Reasons or whatever software I'm using, or I can use an external sequence like an MPC or something, and then just play it, and then that external sequencer will control the tempo at which this arpeggiator function works. Once I got the arpeggiator function going, I can latch it as well. I'll press the keys down. I don't want to play anymore. Just take my hand off, press the latch button, see what happens. They're playing by themselves. Now I can also release my latch button, it stops. So obviously it holds it, the latch button will hold it to whatever parameter is set.